Makanlah sirih berpinanglah tidak, berpinanglah tidak. Pemerah bibir dulu zaman dahulu, makanlah sirih berpinanglah tidak, berpinanglah tidak. Pemerah bibir dulu zaman dahulu, sirih dimakan mengenyang tidak, hai mengenyanglah tidak. Lambanglah ada wak Melayu, sirih dimakan mengenyang tidak, hai mengenyanglah tidak. Lambanglah ada buah Melayu, makan sirih berpinang tidak tuan. Lambanglah ada pusaka Melayu.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Indonesian Culture Night events. This event is part of the 6th International Eijkman Conference, also the 25th year celebration of the Eijkman Institute Genetics, Diseases and Environment. And I am Stefan Tambunan, your Master of Ceremony for this evening. Eijkman Institute is a renewed government-funded research institute conducting basic research in medical molecular biology and biotechnology. And we have just seen Sekapur Siri dance from Riau that brought by Sanggar Melati Putih. And yes, tonight we're going to celebrate the richness and diversity of Indonesian culture. And starting from myself, I'm wearing a traditional Balinese clothes with udeng, the signature headgear. And we also have live music, we have gamelan, and we also have gendang, and we also have sape. So it's a combination of the clothes and the music from east and to the west of Indonesia. And I hope you are all ready for a feast. Okay, but before all that, we also will hear Professor Herawati Sudoyo that will share her research about the genetic of Indonesian people in search of Indonesian origin. And we also going to see the performance of the fellow researchers and workers from Eijkman Institute. So everybody here is going to perform, either singing, dancing, or doing a fashion show. Okay? There's so many surprises coming. So without further ado, I'm welcoming the chairman of Eijkman Institute to open tonight's show, Professor Amin Subandrio, to please come to the stage to give an opening speech. The place and time is yours.
Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I wish you a very good evening. And I know some of you probably a little bit surprised to see the faces of the researchers, yeah, in different costume, because usually they are wearing a lab coat or, yeah, but now we have been dressed like this. It's very unusual also for us. For me, this is first time in my life to to wear this traditional dress of older Jakarta. We call it Betawi or Batavia. So hopefully you will enjoy this cultural evening. This is really cultural evening. So everything will not be scientific. Yeah, probably just that's a history. So there is no talking about DNA, no discussion. Oh, probably you will discuss about the background of this diversity. So the theme of this evening is unity in diversity, or we call it in Indonesia Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, means unity in diversity, because as Professor Harris already mentioned in the lecture, Indonesia consists of hundreds or 500 something ethnic and language. So this evening actually we just show some part of those diversity. So I know that most of us, because according to international organization, about 60% of world population is in starving condition, I mean hungry condition. But in this room, probably 100% already starving. So I don't want to delay your dinner too much, because we still have some program. Again, please enjoy this evening. If you like to join to dance, you are most welcome. So thank you very much and enjoy this evening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a delighting welcoming speech from Professor Amin Subandrio. Okay, now, if everybody ready, I'm going to call upon a stage the Deputy for Fundamental Research of Eijkman Institute, Professor Herawati Sudoyo, to share a short presentation about the origins of Indonesian. Silakan, Bu.
Good evening. My colleagues, all of the Eijkman's researchers, asked me to represent them to give, this is not a presentation, but this is kind of like introduction to our culture, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, as Prof Amin mentioned. So it has been a very, very long journey. It's almost 20 years of research to seek our origin. Oops. Who are you? Where do you come from? That's the first questions that when you meet an Indonesian, they will ask you this. Who are you? Where do you come from? And then they will ask, are you married? How old are you? So that's 4 questions. No offense, but you have to answer the question. So this is the aslinya mana, where do you come from? Who am I? My name is Herawati Sudoyo. I am B7. That's my haplotype of mitochondrial DNA. So I'm special because B7 is very rare. And my haplogroup is relatively uncommon. You can find it. I mean, after this, you can open PubMed and find the B7. This is very, very difficult. So Herawati, my maternal haplogroup is B7. And I descend from a long line of a woman that can be traced back to Eastern Africa over 150,000 years ago. These are the women of my maternal line because this is mitochondrial DNA. So Prof Amin, I talk about DNA. So, what is my migration line? One, I am from, my origin is haplogroup R. And that haplogroup R present 57,000 years ago. So there is 2,000 years difference between those haplotypes. So, seems that my ancestor lived in Southwest Asia, perhaps in the Arabian Peninsula, and her descendants lived there and migrated along members of haplogroup N along the way. And then gave rise to a number of branches. So this is my ancestor. From L in Africa to L3, and then N, and this is my real ancestor who traveled along the way here 50,000 ago. That's nearly 2,280 generations ago. What happened between then and now? As researchers, I think I would like to discover more than that. I want to know my ancestors. Where are they from? Here am I. I am 99.8% East Asian and Native American. I have 96.8% Southeast Asian haplogroup. But I have 2.7% Chinese genetic background in my blood. So if you look at my chromosome, 99.8% is Asian, but I have this chromosome 6 which have Chinese background. How many generations ago was my recent ancestor for each population? Seems that if trace back, so there was Chinese, I have a Chinese ancestor who lived between 1710, year of 1710, and Southeast Asian ancestor who lived in the 1890 to 1920. So that's my ancestor, and I'm proud to have that. 2.7% Chinese in my blood. Because I have Neanderthal ancestry, 232 variants in my genetic background. And then this is the way that we actually look at our ancestors. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was born in Pare. Pare is a small city in East Java, which we don't know the age of that city. But what I know is around the city, there are several Hindu temples. So you can actually deduce the age of the city by actually looking at the temples that Pare and surrounding have. And this is all of the house is like that. We have batiks and also some handicrafts. So, if my ancestor lived couple of 1,000 years ago, so where are they from? Where do they come from? My B7 reported derived from Kasi tribe in Meghalaya. Meghalaya is in North India, and the area that where my B7 came from is very beautiful. It's in Himalaya actually, close to it. And you have to look at all of the culture, the sarong that they wear. It's like my sarong I wear today. And look at all of those costume. The weaving, ikat weaving, the handicrafts, they're all similar to where I came from, Pare, Eastern Java, Indonesia. So this is